everybody. Welcome to NLK. Well, I hope you're doing really well. I hope you've had a fantastic week. Some of you may have been back to school already after your Easter holidays. Some of you have got a few more days off. Some of you might be going back to school tomorrow. Whatever, I hope you're doing really well. So this week I thought we'd talk to you about the story of the prodigal son. Now, in a lot of Bibles, this story is portrayed as a story of the lost son, just the one. But I think that maybe both of the sons were lost.
What you talking about, Willis?
So basically, it starts a bit like this. There was a man, he had two sons. The man had quite a lot of wealth. He was quite wealthy, he had lots of money, he had lots of land, it was all fantastic. And he had two sons. And these two sons, he loved very much. They were everything to him. He loved them, he cared for them. And he loved them so much that he had inheritance for them so that no matter what happened, they would always be well looked after. Well, the youngest son was like one day, I want all my money now. And his dad was like, oh, I haven't died yet and the money's meant to be after I die. I'm like, no, Dad, I want the money. I want to travel. I want to see the world. I want to leave. Let me have my money now. And so Dad says yes, and off the youngest son goes to travel and do all these crazy things. Then it didn't happen to go so well. He ended up with no money, no friends, no job, nowhere to live, and he ended up like looking after pigs, and he had to eat pig food because he was so hungry. That's how bad it got. And so he decided that he would suck it up, go home, apologise to his dad and be like, okay, I'm dead sorry, please take me back, I'll even be your servant, I don't deserve to be your son, I'll just be your servant. And so he starts making the journey home, travels home, and his dad is waiting for him. His dad sees him in the distance. His dad goes running towards him, grabs him, throws his arms around him, gives him his coat, gives him a ring. He's like, I love you, I'm so glad you're back. You were lost and now you are found. You were gone and now you are here. And he said, right, everybody, let's have a big party. Well, the great thing about that is this. He didn't just run out because he'd missed him, but he ran out because if he hadn't, the community there, the village, the town, would have been like, you don't deserve to come back. You left and you want to come back and we don't want you here. And actually, they'd have thrown him out. They'd have got rid of him. So his dad ran towards him to make sure nobody did that. His dad ran towards him to make sure that he was safe, to make sure that nobody touched him and that he would be accepted back in. And people celebrated and they were happy. But remember how I said that there were two lost sons? Well, there's an older brother in this story. The older brother had stayed behind. The older brother had worked hard. The older brother had helped look after his dad's stuff. The older brother hadn't taken his dad's money and run off. The older brother had done everything right. And yet, the young brother goes off, is a complete nana, comes back, and everybody's happy and celebrating, and it just doesn't seem very fair. And so the older brother gets a bit of a hump on.
It's not fair. I'm so annoyed. That's not fair.
And so he gets dead annoyed, like, and he's like, nope, not happy about it. And his dad's like, but we should celebrate him. He's back. And he's like, yeah, but he took your money and he went off and he spent it on who knows what. And I've been here the whole time. And his older brother couldn't see past his own selfishness and his own sense of injustice and sadness that he couldn't celebrate his brother. And here's the thing, we can sometimes be like that. We can be people who go, right, everyone should be well behaved, and if they're not well behaved, then they lose out. They don't get to have good things. They don't get to have forgiveness. They don't get to have real life. And that's not fair. That's not right, because they've not done the right things. And yet Jesus says that it doesn't matter what sort of life you've lived. It doesn't matter how long you've spent away from God, or whether you've gone away and come back. What matters is what your relationship is with God. And if you have repented, which is to say, I'm really sorry, and change how you live. If you've repented and gone, Lord, I'm so sorry, I want to live for you, I want to do this thing right, and you give your life back to God and come back, well, it doesn't matter that you were off doing things you shouldn't have been doing, because there is forgiveness. And also, if we're people that love Jesus, then we should love other people no matter what they've done, no matter where they've been, no matter how annoyed we are at them. We should welcome people in with open arms. We are called to love other people. We are called to care about them. And this is one of those amazing parables that Jesus told that didn't just impact those that have walked away from God or don't have a relationship with God but have come back. It impacts those of us that are followers of Jesus and who need to remember to welcome other people in no matter how badly they've lived, no matter what we think they've done wrong, no matter whether we agree with how they live or not. God calls us to love them and accept them and care for them. So my big answer for this week is God loves everyone. God loves everyone. Doesn't matter what background you've had, doesn't matter what future you've got. If you love God, if you give your life to God, He's calling you. And even if you've done stuff wrong, God still loves you. Even if people haven't accepted Jesus as part of their life, God still loves them. It's incredible. God doesn't love us just because we've done good stuff. God loves us no matter what. God loves everyone. Me, you, the person in prison, the person breaking windows down at the local bus station, I don't know. But yeah, God loves everyone. So guys, no matter what happens this week, no matter how people behave, remember that God loves them and we should love them too. Love people in the good and the bad and the ugly. Yeah. Have a fantastic week, everyone. I love you. Keep being wonderful, which I'm sure you can. I'm sure you do. Anywho, love you all.